Alrighty, we're doing a retro cube draft. I love to see it. And oh, that's a Mox Jet. Though I am passing Skull Clamp, which I think is very good in retro cube. The games go longer, so using this as a mana sink, I think totally works out. But obviously, I'm going to take Mox Jet, passing to Quiniac, who probably is going to take Skull Clamp, I think. And because after that, it's like Coalition Relic, maybe Through the Breach, Badlands as relevant cards. But yeah, I'm going to take the Mox. Necropotence. Dare I? I have a Mox Jet. What else could I take? Well, I could take Sphinx's Rev. I think that card's actually pretty good too. There's a Bayou here. I don't really want that. So what am I doing? The problem is, what do you do with Necro? Like, there are things you can do, but I kind of feel like that's not a card I should be second picking here. I do think I want to just take Sphinx's Rev. Sphinx's Rev is awesome. I've been liking Esper or Blue-White. I have a Mox Jet here. All right, I'm in for Sphinx's Rev. We'll see how this works out. I got to fix this Karn art. I keep thinking that and then just not doing it. Force Spike. Ooh, Mox Diamond. Lake of the Dead. Oh, you know what? Who cares about the Rev for now? I could take Mox Diamond, and if Lake of the Dead, or if Necro wheels, then Lake of the Dead wheels, we could be cooking. I think I am going to take Mox over Fiery Confluence and Flame Tongue. I'll just pass those two. It's fine. Mox Diamond, I think, is quite good. And starting with two Moxes, there's a lot of directions I could go here. Obviously, Sphinx's Rev is a fairly committal card, but I certainly don't need to be drafting that if that's not what the next couple packs kind of dictate. And I'm pretty happy just taking Mox Diamond there. So with a Jet and a Mox Diamond, you turn on a Necro. Maybe I should have just taken the Necro. I just think Necro is going to come back a lot of the time, and if it doesn't, that's also fine. I don't know. It's not a card that wins that much, but it is a fun card. I mean, there was a time when it was one of the best cards in Magic, and it won a ton, but that time is kind of past. Oh man, and there's a Cabal Ritual. All right, well, I'm going to take Gonti anyway, because I think Gonti's awesome. Though, you know, maybe I should just take Elspeth, Sun's Champion. Elspeth is incredible. Also really good with Moxen, though. 6-drops aren't as good with Mox Diamond, because your resources start to be kind of taxed. Yeah, I mean, I could take Gonti and wheel Cabal Ritual, but I think Elspeth is probably just a better pick here. Though Gonti's really good too. You know what? I'm going to take the Gonti. Let's see where this goes. Maybe I'm wrong here, but Gonti's also great with these Moxes. So, and then now, Retrofitter Foundry is just a busted card in Retro Cube. It's a retrofit, as it just says right here. Games go longer. This card just does incredible stuff. Brain Maggot is a totally fine card, but I think Retrofitter Foundry is actually kind of the nuts. So I'm going to take that and pass some artifacts. Now, kind of wish I just took the Elspeth because I like Faith's Fetters. I could also take Chromatic Sphere. I could be an artifacts or that would actually still support Necro. I don't want to go all in on this Necro wheeling, let me tell you that, but I do think Chromatic Sphere is pretty good. Let's just take that. And maybe we can end up in artifacts in some form or fashion. I'm glad I also could not pass Retrofitter after passing Skull Clamp. That seems like that would be a bit egregious. I mean, I also like that I don't really have any color commitment here. Look, now I'll just take Urza's Bauble over Avenger of Zendikar, Whispered Elemental. Yeah, whatever. I don't want these green cards. Obviously, if I find Tolarian Academy, this is just incredible. But even if I end up like either playing Gonti or Sphinx's Rev, and honestly, with a Mox Diamond and a Chromatic Sphere, could play both. But just having these two powerful cards plus a bunch of artifacts is kind of nice because I can just go in whichever direction makes the most sense after I get to see more cards. So I like this start a lot. Oh, and here, this is a Dark Depths. Also have to change that art. There's a Mana Confluence, but I kind of just want Duretti. Duretti is really strong, and I have a lot of artifacts. I think this is a good spot for Duretti. Sphinx's Rev also not as good, or not as likely to get played now, but good 3s and 4s are where Moxen really shine. And wow, Lodestone Golem, Ugin, Voltaic Key, City of Traders, and Thief of Sanity all came back. They're all pretty good. I kind of want, is it crazy to want City of Traders here? It's a pretty good one. Lodestone Golem I think is just okay. Ugin, I don't quite have the mana for that. I do also like Thief of Sanity a lot. I don't think I'm going to spot take key. I think I'll take City of Traders. I guess next pack is the Necro pack, though I'm not really quite in the market for that. Land Tax also really good with Mox Diamond, but I'm a pretty big City of Traders fan. All right. The Necro came back. You know what? I'm gonna take it. Obviously, City of Traders Necropotence isn't exactly a combo, but you know, I don't mind not taking Ink Eyes here. And if I can find, like, if I get that Cabal Ritual back, which I imagine is not too hard to do, then I kind of feel like so now we got Lake of the Dead. Okay, I'll take that over Force Spike and Viscera Seer. Cabal Ritual didn't come back. That's okay. I'll take Porcelain Legionnaire. It's at least a good cheap artifact. Look, if the Necro thing doesn't work out, that's fine. I didn't invest a bunch of picks into it. Oh, that's a late Vindicate, but I like Metamorph a lot. All right, and I guess I'll just take Abrupt Decay over Black-Green Land. I don't think I want to play Llanowar Royce very often. I mean, I could basically mono black, like splashing Duretti here. I have Mox Diamond, Chromatic Sphere. Lake of the Dead's a powerful card. So let's see what Pack 2 has to offer. Okay. We got some cards here. Dynamo, Tendrils for the Necro, Snuff Out. I like Skorak. Probably not Skorak. Bloodstained Mire or Underground Sea, Snapcaster Mage, Smuggler's Copter. This is interesting. What do I take here? I want a lot of these cards. Smuggler's Copter is pretty appealing. It's a really nice card. And I've got a decent amount of creatures. I kind of want to just take this. I like Snuff Out, but I'm a pretty big Copter fan. I'm not going to get Mire or Underground Sea back, but Dynamo and Tendrils, whichever one I'm more in the market for, could come back. I think I will just take Smuggler's Copter. That's tough, though. Oh, now there's a Grim Monolith. There's also Ashiok, which is a great card, and a Grave Titan and a Counterspell, but I kind of feel like we're on Grim Monolith here. Mono black artifacts? All right, well, Grim Monolith's just great. And then Jace the Mind Sculptor is actually very good in the Retro Cube. Recurring Nightmare with Gonti and Metamorph is kind of cool. There's a bunch of Eldrazi. I'm not taking the Smokestack. There's also Mesmeric Fiend. Mesmeric Fiend is just a really good little card. I don't want to take Pyrokinesis. I could take the Jace here, though I'm not the most well positioned to play it. I kind of just want to just take Mesmeric Fiend, I think. And then now, Damnation and Wheel Reign of Filth. Probably just take Damnation. The Wraths are pretty good, and I think they're pretty good. I have like Smuggler's Copter, Retrofitter. Those are good with Wrath. Don't mind passing Siege Rhino, Torrential Gearhook. All right. And now there's an Arid Mesa, Everflowing Chalice, Blackcleave Cliffs, Scrap Heap Scrounger, Underground River. I mean, I have a red card. I don't really have any blue cards. I don't think Arid Mesa makes too much sense. Blackcleave Cliffs, I think, look solid, and maybe Scrap Heap Scrounger Wheels, and if it doesn't, that's fine too. Probably going to take the Dak Fade here. Wow, Dak Fade, Memory Lapse, and Spell Pierce. That's kind of crazy. Well, I don't really want a white-black land. Karmic Guide, Savannah. I'll take Dak. I don't know if I'm going to play it, but Dak is a messed up card. Oh, Pack Rat's pretty good too. So is Pentad Prism. Salvagers isn't crazy with Bauble and Chromatic Sphere if I get an LED, but I could also just take Pyrite Spellbomb. That card's also pretty good. Don't think I want to take Plateau. I could take Pack Rat. Pack Rat's not a crazy thing to take either, but I kind of just, maybe I just take Pentad Prism. Pentad Prism's pretty great. Let's do that. Unearth for Mesmeric Fiend and Legionnaire. That's not quite doing it. I could take Gargadon. This is kind of a nice Gargadon thing. You can't sack the Necro to the Gargadon, unfortunately. It's artifact, creature, or land. Passing a Bloodbraid Elf? All right. Yeah, let's take Gargs, and maybe we play it, maybe we don't. I don't think Beaumont Courier looks that exciting. I don't know. I kind of feel like I'm going to put Necropotence in this deck, but we'll see. It actually does seem like it could be good. A little bit of life gain would be nice. It's always a good combo with Necro, or some way to get rid of it. If that's, if the Smokestack Wheels, Smokestack Necro is actually a sick combo, because on your upkeep you sack the Necro, and then you get to draw for your turn. It's actually busted. Ooh, Tendrils came back? I mean, Skorak Necro is nice too, but this actually looks, I'm going to try for this. It's a shame the Cabal Ritual didn't wheel, but Necro is pretty nice with Tendrils, and I'll give up a Scroll Rack at this point. All right, Mono Black Artifact Storm. Nice. Yogwill? Okay. Right now I don't have the rituals to make Yogwill work, but I will take it. Yeah. Man, that Cabal Ritual didn't come back, huh? Brutal. Yagua with Mishra's Bauble and the Chromatic Sphere? Oh, game. Okay, Tasigur Wield. I guess I'll take Tasigur, though I don't think I'll play it, most likely. Because I just don't think taking these red cards makes sense. I'll just pass all three. So is this Smuggler's Copter? Would I trade Smuggler's Copter for Bloodstained Miner? No, Copter looks like it's going to be decent here. I have a lot of ways to play it turn one. Like land Mox Copter, land Retrofitter, make a 1/1 crew Copter. Like that's a pretty good start. That seems like a plausible thing that could happen. Looting to fill my graveyard for Yawgmoth's Will. Yeah, this deck is shaping up to be something. Oh, Reign of Filth. That's actually what I want. I think Reign of Filth. I mean, Reign of Filth conflicts a little bit with Lake of the Dead, but yeah, you can do both. All right, I'll just hate a Johnny Vengeant, pass 2 lands. Not that a Johnny's like insane or anything, but it's better, I think, than these 2 lands. Okay, pack 3 time. Dark Ritual is a card I would really like to see. And what else am I looking for? I mean, obviously power's good. LED or Black Lotus would both be quite strong. Obviously Black Lotus would be good, but LED would actually be pretty nice here too. I'm not that committed to red. I have a Duretti, which I'll probably try to play, but Quinn's not playing green or didn't take the Skull Clamp, or both. And Lumberjack. All right. Pack 3 time. This will be a big pack. We've got some good potentials here. Let's see, what do you got? What do you got? Oh, there's Vamp and Urborg and Imperial Seal, but and Blood Crypt and not really Desperate Ritual, but I'll take Vamp here. This is a great Vamp deck. Okay, and probably wheel something out of that pack that is relevant to me. Tolarian Academy would also still be a great pickup. Anytime you have Retrofitter Foundry in your deck, Tolarian Academy becomes interesting. And, 1, 2, 3, there's a bunch of cards I wouldn't mind getting back. There's Candelabra. One can only dream of having that be relevant. I might just take Batterskull here. Is that crazy? It's that or like Hero's Downfall. I don't think I'm in the market for Deathrite Shaman. Batterskull is just nice as life gain, and I've got like Grim Monolith, Moxen, I guess even Lake of the Dead or City of Traders is just like ways to accelerate it out. Batterskull or... I mean, it's like Incinerate and Roast. I don't think I want those. Candelabra, Lake of the Dead is actually like not crazy, but Candelabra will likely wheel. I think I'd rather have Batterskull than Hero's Downfall. It's pretty close, honestly. No, maybe I want the Hero's Downfall. Yeah, I'm going to go with Hero's Downfall. I don't know. That's not a dream second pick, but I think having a removal spell is good. I don't have any removal right now. I have... like Gonti, I guess. So Inquisition's great. Brain Freeze is nice, but we don't need to do that. There's Expedition Map, which I would love if I got Academy, but pretty easy Inquisition here. I'm not in the market to be reanimating, so like Iona isn't doing much for me. All right, here we got some cards. Probe, Liliana, Chupacabra. I'll probably take Chupacabra here. Yeah, Recurring Nightmare might have been nice. Just another decent removal spell. Not really a fan of Winter Orb here. And yeah, some decent cards, but Probe and Necro are not a very good combo. Paying 2 life to draw a card when you have something that lets you pay 1 life to draw a card is not ideal. It is nice with Tendrils. You can obviously get your storm count up, but I think Chupacabra is just going to be good. This is going to be kind of a mid-range deck still. Okay, here's a Memory Jar. I don't know if I want that though. There's a blue-black Talisman, which would be kind of decent. There's also a Dragon Skull Summit, which would be okay. Zealous Conscripts is a kind of neat card. Brawl, but I'm not really doing the Brawl Ritual Storm thing here, I don't think. Do I want Memory Jar in this deck? Would I play it? I'm not getting Academy at this point, most likely. I could still get Mishra's Workshop, and we're like pretty close on that, but I don't think... Try to base a decision on that makes too much sense. Yeah, Jar's a pretty strong card. Let's just take the Jar. Yeah, it's late Misty Rainforest, but I think I just hate opposition here. The card is just incredibly busted, so let's just take that and ship the rest. Moat. Would Moat be good against me? Not so much. I feel like I could jar my way out of it. Retrofitter Foundry, make flying tokens. The thing about Moat is it needs to work basically entirely or it's not good enough because it doesn't really get you anywhere. If you play Moat and they still have like a couple flyers in their deck, then the moat isn't necessarily being great. And it's a disaster if they have a way to remove moat. Like you play moat against a red-green deck and maybe they don't attack you for 4 turns, but then they disenchant it and you just die. So got to watch out for that. Dark Ritual would be the card I would want most that I could realistically get here. Dark Ritual or Lion's Eye Diamond both would be incredible. Academy would be too, but like I said, not that likely. This actually could be a kind of nice Tanglewire deck. I feel like with double Mox here. Don't think I want Plow Hunter. K-Command's also a pretty good card, just in general. Maybe K-Command is it. I've got some good creatures to bring back. All right, that seems fine. And then last pick, there's a Sulphurous Springs, a Goblin Welder, and a Lifebane Zombie. No Dark Rituals to be found. I don't love non-swamp black-red lands that much, but if I can, it's basically playing Sulphurous Springs over Mountain, which I think is already good enough. Crucible Worlds, Lake of the Dead, City Traders. Yeah, let's just take Sulphurous Springs here. I think that's fine. Oh, Blood Crypt did come back. So did Urborg. I think Blood Crypt's going to be better. There's also Ophiomancer. Ophiomancer is quite a strong card. Maybe that's actually better. I'm already on 16 lands. Like, as in, I've got plenty of playables. Maybe... No, let's just go Blood Crypt. Let's just take the mana. And then now I can take Red Cap or Incinerate. At this point, I feel comfortable putting Incinerate in my deck, so I think I want a slightly cheaper card. And then here, I'll hate a Rex Sage, I think. Empty the Warrens, or actually, you know, Pyretic Ritual is not a crazy card to consider here. I've got a lot of sources that make black. All right, let's take that. Let's take one of these. I think I'm more likely to want Mishra's Factory. And then here, I guess I'll hate the Revlark. I'm not putting Soulscar Mage in my deck. Okay. The Gargadon also looks like it could be decent, but I'm not sure. Yeah, it would have been really nice to pick up an Academy, of course, or a Dark Ritual. But, oh, you know, Gum Bombardment, not actually a 0 with like Retrofitter, though I probably don't want to start it. All right. We've got a deck here. Let's go to deck building. All right, so we've got some decisions to make here. Right now, this is 14 lands, which I don't think is enough. Clearly, I think I'm pretty happy cutting Porcelain Legionnaire to start with. I'm gonna need more of these swamps if I want to play these. Porcelain Legionnaire can go, and that's 15 lands plus Jet. I kind of want to get to 16 lands plus Jet. Is this Pyretic Ritual good? What is it good at? Well, on the Yogg-Will turn, it can be good as just like 2 spells and help me cast some things. And I can filter to mana through like Chromatic Sphere or like Pentad Prism type stuff. I mean, I do think Tendrils is good, and I think Jar is actually fine here too. Ritual is also good with Jar. I could take out Incinerate. That is obviously... Rain of Filth is gonna be nice here, I think. Oh man, I actually have a really nice combo. It's kind of hard to set up, but imagine I start the turn with Lake of the Dead in play. I tap, sack a swamp, add 4 black, cast Rain of Filth, sack the Lake of the Dead, cast Yawgmoth's Will, replay Lake of the Dead. That actually adds a ton of mana. It just needs to start with some swamps. And right now, I have 4 red cards and I have Pentad Prism, Chromatic Sphere, Mox Diamond. I'm just wondering if I can play all swamps or maybe I just want 1 mountain. Let's see. 13. Yeah, maybe 1 mountain. And then I need to go grab some more of these swamps because I want to play these art. I need to grab 2 more. So this is 0. Yeah. And that means I need to cut 1 more card. Am I back down to cutting Copter again? Cutting the Porcelain Legionnaire made that more likely. I do have... So I only have 4 creatures, but I also have Retrofitter, Duretti, which add to the creature count. As it turns out, the Copter probably didn't make it, huh? Is that true? Yeah, it probably is, isn't it? Disappointing. What could I have taken out of that pack? Bloodstained Mire? That would have been good. All right, well. Copter down, get 2 swamps. Let's go. Okay, taking a look at this deck, now that I got my swamps. Is there any chance I don't create a Gargadon? I mean, this card is actually pretty messed up. The problem is, I guess I have like 4 red sources plus Mox Sphere. Nah, that's probably not enough to get it out early. All right, I'll pass on that. Let's get in there. All right. Oh yeah, I'm in. I'm on the draw. It's a one-lander on the draw, but if I draw a land and have turn one land Mox Monolith, it's awesome. All right, any lands? Any lands? That's a land. I actually want basic swamp, I think. Land, Mox. Discard Blackcleave Cliffs here. Probably just play Grim Monolith. So I can play Jar. I could also play Pentad Prism, but that doesn't seem like that accomplishes too much. Let's just do this. And pass. And, I mean, drawing another land would still be good, but what I could do next turn is either I could play Jar or I could go like Sphere, Crack Sphere. I'm not going to run Jar into that probably. Don't want to Crack Sphere. Let's just play Pentad Prism for 2 here. Pass the turn. And next turn I could play like a Gaunty or something along those lines. Okay, still saying go. Playing a land would have worked out nicely. Or cracking the Sphere, rather. All right, let's just play Gaunty. And now I'm also a lot less vulnerable to like Mana Leak type stuff. Okay, Memory Lapse is pretty good, sure. I used a Pentad Prism counter after all. Okay, what you got? Oh, Deep Analysis. All right, I kind of want to play Jar now. So I go Memory Jar. I don't think I want to crack it. I think I just want to play Sphere. Pass the turn. Actually, maybe I should have played and cracked Sphere just to try to hit a land this turn. Yeah, certainly possible. I hope my Jar doesn't get blown up. Oh, there's flashing back Deep. That I'm okay with. Maybe didn't find exactly what you're looking for if that's the case. A Young Pyromancer. All right, let's just draw. Now seems like a pretty decent time to crack. Well, let's tap this. Let's crack the Sphere for black. Oh, Vamp. Interesting. I could crack Jar and then Vamp next turn. I feel like I have a lot of gas. Let's just crack the Jar. See what we see. Okay. Swamp. Bobble. I could play Necro. I could play Necro. I could play Merrick Fiend, but that doesn't really do much. Let's play Necro, I think. And then Necro for like 3. Maybe Necro for 4 here. Okay. Go to end of turn. So end of turn step. I need Jar to resolve first to be pretty bad otherwise. All right, so now Jar happens. I discard these and they get exiled. And then I draw off Necro. Enlightened Tutor. Huh. Whoa. Sneak attack? Yeah, they have a Gristlebrand. Uh-oh. This could be bad. So they had Enlightened Tutor in their hand already because this is post-Jar. Guess let's hope we don't lose here. Could just get snuck. I'm doing some things here. And I'm going to probably crack Bobble, but I don't need to do it right now. I also have... Ooh, Bobble lets me draw my Vamp card. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to Necro up to 7 here. Or up to 8, rather. Oh, I drew the Tendrils. Reign of Filth. Damnation. And I had Lake of the Dead. You know, I guess I don't mind discarding at this point. This Duretti. Let's just wait on the Bobble. Or sorry, the Vamp. I might just lose here. I mean, that's kind of what it's looking like. So, yeah. Just going to Emrakul me. All right. That's disappointing. Next turn, I was actually going to be able to put together a really nice Tendrils. All right. Maybe not for 8, but for a lot. Damn, things were looking good till Sneak. Sneak does a good job of turning things around, like going from not doing anything to winning the game in a heartbeat. So pretty unfortunate to play against that. Yeah, all right. I'm good to go here. I don't have much that can stop Sneak, unfortunately. Well, I mean, this hand's pretty good. Turn 1, Inquisition. Turn 2, Mesmeric Fiend. If I draw any land, turn 3, Duretti with Chupacabra Incinerate backup. Pretty reasonable to me. Okay, then we'll do 6. Inquisition. Hit Roast. Oh, Mesmeric Fiend to Deep Analysis. That sounds pretty good. Their hand is just not that good right now. Okay. So I do need to find lands at some point here. Mesmeric Fiend. Drew Jace the Mind Sculptor? That's unfortunate. Yeah, I'll take the Jace. Pass the turn. Yep, they did in fact have blue off their Arid Mace, so I wasn't really doubting that one too much. Okay, land would at least be decent here. Okay, let's go hit for 1. I think just getting to ready going is probably the best thing I could be doing. And then I can retrofit her next turn, but Duretti ticks up every turn without spending mana, so that's pretty nice. All right, they haven't drawn another play at least that we can see. Vamp Tutor's not bad either. For 1, make a token, play a retro, pass the turn. I can't vamp for Necro, unfortunately. Okay, they're playing Deep Analysis unless they've drawn a different thing. No. I think Retrofitter here. I don't know. Let's see. What would I vamp for if I vamped? Yeah, no. We're just making a retro. Draw. Okay, I'm going to play Pented Prism for 2 because then I can vamp. Oh, wait, hold on. Remove, turn off auto yields. Let's not auto yield through my Duretti. Then I can vamp and cast something. Hopefully I don't just get Emrakul'd here. I guess I have kind of a lot of crap to sacrifice and I could make a token with retro to block, but obviously it'd be really bad for me if they went Sneak Emrakul. Yeah, I guess I'm in for vamp. Honestly, I think it is probably Necro. It seems like that's the card. Draw. Artifact in the graveyard. I can make 3 copies of a Retrofitter Foundry. That doesn't seem very good. Let's attack with these things first. And play Necro. And get encountered in some form or fashion. Oh, Vensered. Sure. And just make another token. Pass the turn. Now I can use Retrofitter to make my servo into a flyer. All right. I mean, Deep Analysis plus my random idiots has done kind of a decent amount of damage. Let's make a flyer. Draw here. Land wouldn't be a terrible draw. Chromatic Sphere is not awful. I mean, I might end up using Pentad Prism here, but drawing the land and hitting a land drop this turn is pretty big. Okay, does Necro hit yet? I could make 3 copies of Chromatic Sphere. I don't really need to do that, though. So I guess I probably won't. Okay, they're tanking. Usually I feel like if you could counter Necro, you would. Oh, Spell Queller. Okay, that's not actually going to get rid of the Necropotence. I'm going to sack a Construct token. I don't think playing the Spell Queller. They tanked and then came to the wrong play, I think. Playing Spell Queller, I think, was pretty bad. 6, 7, 8. And I'm not going to attack with the Thopter because I want it to be able to block in case of some sort of sneak attack. Tendrils. No. Discard 2 swamps and... Could be Chupacabra. Don't want to discard Rain of Filth. Don't really want to discard City of Traders. I could discard Mox Jet. That seems kind of bad. Let's just discard Chupacabra. I've got Duretti kind of doing the same thing. Next turn, I actually have pretty close to lethal. I guess attacking with the Thopter actually would have turned out to be lethal. But we'll see what they do. Day of Judgment. Okay. That I don't mind too much. Into nothing. All right, let's just draw. Bobble. They have potentially counter magic up here. I guess maybe they use the spell cooler because they had the Day of Judgment. I don't know. What I want to do, I think, is Kolagon's command, make them discard a card, get back Mesmeric Fiend. And then Mesmeric Fiend here. But I'll see what they do here. All right. Bobble you. Please not sneak attack. Wall of Omens, sure. Mox. Kolagon's command. Player discards a card. Returns a creature. Now's the time for memory lapse if you got it, which looks like they've got it, of course. Yeah, I'll play City of Traders, play Grim Monolith, and then Necro. And I'm going to play Duretti as well. 3, 4, 5, 6. I'll go to 4 here. And next turn I can make 3 Chromatic Spheres as well. So I feel like I have actually a pretty good shot at winning here because I just need to find Tendrils. Okay. And I discard a Swamp. And then I draw off Bauble. I don't really need to cast K-Command this instant, I don't think. This would be Jace. Jace really doesn't scare me too much. Because next turn, we got some moves. Okay, Jace has finished resolving. So end of turn, I think I just make a servo. Don't draw anything. Land. Tap City Traders. In response, cast Arena Filth. Sack City Traders. All right. K command. Return a creature, deal 2 to you. I mean, this has got to basically do it. Because I'm going to get to Mesmeric Fiend them and then Tendrils. Yeah, this is already like way more than lethal. All right. All right. We're getting some things done. I mean, if we don't get sneak attacked, I feel like Necro does a pretty good job of outpowering any control stuff. Young Pyromancer, Electrolyze. I mean, I guess I'll just take Electrolyze, Mox. Tap these 2, incinerate you. I don't even really need to incinerate here. Julie, one disadvantage of the new camera setup is you got to believe me, the dog is going nuts. And Necro and Tendrils here for 12. There we go. All right, on to game 3. All right, Tassiger, Goblin Bombardment, Greater Gargadon. Don't really think so. Smuggler's Copter. Smuggler's Copter is kind of nice, but I still think I run into the problem of just not having good ways to do it. Phyrexian Metamorph's one of my weakest creatures for sure. It's not like Ravenous Chupacabra is amazing either, but what a weird hand. If I draw another Swamp, it's pretty good, and I could Vamp for one. Or I just draw the swamp. It's a lot of mana. But these cards are mostly not that good. You know what? I'm actually going to mulligan. All right, I'm going to keep this and put back Metamorph. At least this hand I can go... I mean, it's on the draw still one lander, but I've got Chromatic Sphere. Any Moxes? All right, Swamp is kind of nice too. Play Chromatic Sphere. I can play Grim on turn 2, but I kind of just want to play Mesmeric Fiend here. Hero's Downfall, not a great draw. Okay, Fire, Ice, Flame Slash. That's in a Jace, huh? This is a classic Jeskai stuff. I guess I take Fire, Ice. Force Jacob to use Flame Slash main phase. Sure. Could ice me on upkeep, I guess. But then that opens the door for my Mesmeric Fiend later here with K command. Okay, I drew the land-ish. Land. All right, no Jace this turn would be a kind of nice surprise, but I don't really expect it. No Jace this turn. Okay. Jace and Wrath, neither of which are actually technically castable at the moment. Oh, and I drew a mountain. Yeah, I kind of like... Hold on. I don't need to tap my thing. I think I can do it this way. K command. Target player discards a card, return target creature. Yeah. Get Mesmeric Fiend back. You discard a card. Okay. Discards Wrath, and I think I just use the Grim Monolith in a terrible fashion to Mesmeric Fiend here. Oh. That's annoying. Well, I guess I take Electrolyze because that makes... So Jacob can't cycle Electrolyze here, so... Could draw blue and just play Jace. I have Hero's Downfall. All right, there goes Mortars. And didn't draw a land. All right, right. If I draw a land, I'm just playing Jar. Oh, that kind of counts. Let's just play Jar. I feel like I have an opportunity to Jar with a decent amount of mana here. There goes the island. All right, we got a nice reprieve, I would say. Oh, Zealous Conscripts. Those were the last two cards that I had as Jace Electrolyze. Yeah, sure. We'll crack the Jar. I'd rather... I hope I don't draw Yogwill and Tendrils. Okay, I hit Yogwill. They basically just kill the Jar by doing that. Unless they have a Mox or something, but they've already played all their lands. All right. They discard Gristlebrand Sneak. Oh, they hit Deep Analysis. All right. Well, let's play Duretti, I guess. Kill the Conscript, sack and Grim Monolith. Pass the turn. No reason to play this land. And now they have Jason Electrolyze in hand. Could electrolyze the Duretti, I guess. The Duretti's not doing that much. Okay. Into Deep Analysis. Necro. Where's my Necro? If I draw Necro here, I feel like I'm in pretty good shot. Relic. Relic doesn't even matter at this point. Oh, come on. Tapping a Necro or Relic. You really don't need to do that. All right. Necro. Yeah, the Zealous Conscript's top deck to kill the Jar. Brutal. Though, I would have jarred into not that much, to be honest. All right. Jace, sure. Hero's Downfall, the Jace. I mean, I think if I draw Necro, I could win this game. If I don't, it's going to be difficult. At least the sneaks in the graveyard, that part is nice. And fetch land to shuffle. Yeah, I'm in trouble. Okay. Oh, Hallowed Fountain here. And popping the relic. Griever didn't matter at this point anyways. Wall of Omens, sure. They do have Emrakul in their deck, but unclear how they're going to cast it. Okay. I guess that's a Necro. Voff. Venser. All right. They took Emrakul, Venser. If they have a Through the Breach, it doesn't really matter which one they took, and I didn't want to put lands in Emrakul. I didn't really want them casting Emrakul. I'm not going to vamp for Necro against a Venser here. I'll just let the Venser get cast first here. Necro bounce the Blackcleave Cliffs, not the Wall of Omens, huh? Interesting. 5 cards left, 4 cards left. They can discard Emrakul to reshuffle, but I don't know how much that does. They have not used Memory Lapse yet. No. Just gonna draw. I just feel like against a counter, vamping here is just not going to be very good. All right, well, I guess I'm glad I waited. Huh. I mean, go to 11 here. I think I'm going to wait one more turn. That's interesting. Land. I think now I'm going to vamp end of turn and try to resolve a Necro. Okay. 2 cards left. Well, I guess the Necro is actually not going to be that exciting here. Damnation or Retrofitter Foundry? I guess Damnation is probably the pick. Draw. Just cast Damnation, get Memory Lapsed. Cast Rain of Filth. No reason to even sack a land at this point. And Tendrils for 8. All right. It's basically going to be... I'm going to go up to 13. I'm going to draw Damnation next turn. If they have another answer for Damnation, then I lose. Enlightened Tutor? Okay. They have something... They have 2 cards left. Are they just trying to see what those 2 cards are? Their hand is Emrakul and who knows what else. Journey to Nowhere they got, sure. All right, I'm at 5. If they've got it, they've got it. They've Journey to Nowhere, Emrakul, and I'm going to cast Damnation. If they have a counter, they have a counter. We have seen all the counters. They've played Memory Lapse, Venser, Spellcaller so far. They have 1 card left. They don't have enough time to discard Emrakul and reshuffle. I think that they might have wanted to do that and just not played out excess cards, but I don't know. I feel like if I was dead, I would just be dead. I have no cards in hand. They knew my top card. They have all the information. All right, Spellqueller, no trigger there. And then I win. Oh my god, incredible. I can't believe they didn't think to just get to 8 cards with Emrakul, but really something. All right, well, we take those. All right, time for round 2. I can't believe the way round 1 ended, but we take those. Playing against a blue-black like Reanimator deck. I can't keep a 1-lander with City of Traders as my only land. Oh, this hand's cooking. I'm going to keep this. I'm going to sadly put Lake of the Dead back, I think. Yeah, that's fine. And go Swamp, Mox, Bauble, Grim. Pass the turn. Playing against black. They have Soul Ring and Mock Sapphire. Anyways, playing against black, so don't want to get discarded, or in this case, show them whatever I draw off Bauble to Gitaxian Probe. So I'm going to wait to crack Bauble. I'm going to crack it on their turn because drawing a land would be pretty decent, but okay. Land Mox Brain Maggot. All right. Well, they can take Gonti, and then I can Hero's Downfall if I draw a land, and then cast a Gonti at some point in the future. They could also take Hero's Downfall if they had another creature they wanted to protect. But from my point of view, not knowing their cards in their hand, pretty sure you should just take Gonti, because I can't even cast Hero's Downfall without tapping Grim Monolith at the moment. Ship the turn. I don't really need to kill the Brain Maggot. I think I'll just take one. If they have a counterspell, I'm just not that worried about that, honestly. Careful Study. Okay. What are they studying carefully? Hopefully not something good to reanimate. Island and Body Double. All right, that's not too bad. And they're going to play a land this turn, right? Be kind of weird if they didn't, given they discarded one to Careful Study. Okay. Here's Downfall of the Brain Maggot. Land wouldn't be too bad here, but I'm going to play Gonti either way. Gonti you. The Mana Floating. Corpse Dance and Grave Titan. Okay. I'll take Grave Titan. And basically the way I'm going to do this is at some point, if I draw a land, I can untap Grim Monolith and I can cast Grave Titan. Be great. Pentad Prism for 1, huh? Yeah, I guess that's fine. It's not very exciting, but I feel like this way I can cast Chupacabra or untap Grim Monolith if I don't draw a land, so it seems better than not doing anything. Okay, land. I could all in and play Grave Titan off Reign of Filth, but I don't think that would be a very good play, so I will not do that. They have Commit Memory in their deck, so I'm going to kind of chill on this Grave Titan for now, honestly. If I cast it and they commit it, it would be pretty bad. Cycling Censor. Yeah, Censor not looking very good right now. I mean, it's always good because you can cycle it, but they aren't very likely to be censoring anything. All right, just passing. They got to have Commit Memory in hand. Let's just wait. If I draw Inquisition, of course, that'll change things. Chromatic Sphere. Yeah, a lot of red. Vamp. Okay, I can vamp at some point. I don't really need to do it right now. Oop, I meant to attack. That could be bad. Hold on. Okay, I confirmed with Vash that they're at 12 now. Thoughtseize. Well, I guess I should vamp because my hand is not very good otherwise. What do I get here? I could get Necro. That wouldn't be like terrible to get. I don't think I want to get... You know what, actually? I'm going to get Retrofitter. Retrofitter is really cheap. If I cast Retrofitter and they counter it, then I can cast Grave Titan. I'm probably going to take the Chupacabra as my guess, but we'll see. Yeah, so they're at 12 life. Again, you've probably seen this in other videos. We where we can try to like fix things like that. It just makes for a better play experience overall. So I'm not really sure what their big finish is here, besides like they have Brain Maggot, Thoughtseize, Censors, a little bit of disruption. They lost to my teammate, Honest AF, who High Tide Ulamogged them. Pretty nice. Basically, I figure like Retrofitter is a pretty tough card for blue-black to beat. So if I just pick up Retrofitter, then at least I have a 1-mana thing they have to counter, instead of Necro being a 3-mana thing. Okay, so they're at 8 now. The funny thing is I'm actually close to just tendrilsing them. Yeah, there's that Commit Memory. And then now I'll Grave Titan here. Boom. Yeah, I'm even drawing Retrofitter in 2 turns. You can't even daze this. You could Force of Will it if you had such. I have the Damnation too, so that's pretty nice. They could maybe clone it or bounce it or something. Yeah, that Soul Ring's a good one too. Some strong cards. They could cast Memory here, but nope. All right. Grave Titan, huh? Dak Faden. Interesting. I didn't put any islands in my sideboard. I guess I don't really want to try to double splash all that much. They do have some nice things to steal. Tassiger to Golden Fang. No. I think I like where I'm at. All right, on the draw here. All right, I will keep this hand. K-Command's good against Soul Ring and the Mox. I mean, good is maybe an overstatement. They still get a bunch of use out of it before you cast K-Command, but at least K-Command then picks up a nice 2-for-1. Okay. They can probe and see my brew of a hand. I mean, turn 3, I go Swamp, Mountain. I can play Lake of the Dead, sack in the Swamp. You know, I could do some things. Oh, a Bauble? All right, I'll play the Bauble. I think they have Thoughtseize. The one downside is like if I hit Vamp off the Bauble, I could have cast it here, but I don't even think that's great. Body double, okay. Not looking too threatening. Let's just go Mountain here. Jar could be good. Hero's Downfall. I'm a little bit too heavy on removal here, but at least if they had like Brain Maggot, which they probably would have played last turn, maybe they have like a Thief of Sanity or something. I have some answers, but of course they also know about these cards in hand. All right, just a normal land would be actually pretty good. Swamp is nice because now I can go land go, still have K-Command up, and as well as Hero's Downfall and Incinerate. I'll probably just chill. I could play Memory Jar next turn with City of Traders. Don't really want to get it censored though. And we'll see what they do. Oh, there might be just thought seizing me now. Yeah, all right. Memory Jar down, I guess, is my prediction. If they don't take Memory Jar, I'm suspicious of Censor, so I'm not going to be playing it next turn anyways. I guess I could play it off Lake of the Dead, but I don't think that's very good. Necro has actually been pretty reasonable. I mean, I haven't played against a beatdown deck yet, of course, but it was really good against the Jeskai opponent, and I think it would be really good here if I drew it. I mean, I don't know, have a lot of mana, not under any pressure. I don't really see a reason to fire off K-Command here. We'll see what I draw next turn. Okay, they just took the jar. And now they're Imperial Sealing. All right, they have Body Double in hand, so they could be like setting up Careful Study into a Body Double, but I do have a bunch of removal in hand, so there's that. Maybe they're getting a spell. Like, this is where like Imperial Seal for like Treasure Cruise would actually be really good, but hopefully they're not doing something like that. All right, I don't see a reason to cast K-Command here. Tendrils of Agony. I'm just going to play Lake of the Dead, sack a Swamp, and pass the turn. I don't know. At some point, I'm going to want to get this into play. I think it's fine. Okay. What you got here? Mind Twist? Oh, Through the Breach. Okay. And a Protean Hulk? Okay. So I'm going to take it. They're going to sack this. They have Body Double in their hand, so they're not doing that. They're getting 6 mana worth of creatures. Are they getting like a Grave Titan? And then a Hero's Downfall, the Grave Titan. Their last card is Body Double in hand. Okay, I'm probably going to want a K-Command to make them discard. But we'll see what this Hero's Downfall situation is. They know about the Hero's Downfall. All right, so let's go Hero's Downfall, Grave Titan. Okay, draw. Yeah, a normal land's actually pretty good. I could sack the Swamp, and then I could Chupacabra also. I think I don't need to do that. Target player discards a card. Deals 2 damage to any target. All right. I mean, when all is said and done, like, we're doing fine here, right? If they draw like an Animate or something, yeah, it's not great, but they used a tutor in their whole hand. I used 2 cards, and they end up with a 2/2 in play. What is this? Corpse Dance? That was their draw? All right. Well, I guess I lose now, probably. So it goes. All right. Because now they're going to get to Corpse Dance a Grave Titan too. It's Gonti. Careful Study, Mox, Sapphire, Fire, Covenant. No, I just lose. I mean, I guess I could take Careful Study, cast it, and I mean, I could have left Lake of the Dead untapped, but I just still wouldn't have close to enough mana. All right. Huh. Well, top decks remain undefeated in the discard mirrors. Yeah, I guess let's go. All right, I'm on the play now. Okay, there's a Necro. I mean, if I draw any Swamp or Black Source, imagine a Mox Jet. I guess not a Mox Diamond. I can have turn 2 Necro here. Or, try turn 3 Necro after a turn 2 Mesmeric Fiend. Pyretic Ritual not looking amazing. Oh man, am I getting Thought Seized? Ugh. Disappointing. All right. Well, I do have Mesmeric Fiend still, and I have kind of a lot of mana with Ritual and Monolith, so maybe if I draw Memory Jar, that could be something. What a beating. Mox Diamond. Oh, yeah, that's really funny. All right, let's just Mesmeric Fiend here. I don't really think I need to play the Mox Diamond for any particular reason. Censor, Flame Tongue. Zero Corpse Dance. I guess I'll just take Flame Tongue for now. Draw. Vampiric Tutor, huh? Let's just pass. I don't think I need to do anything. Cycling Censor I actually kind of like because I'm stuck on 2 lands. Yeah, they really shouldn't cycle it here. I don't need to vamp for a land. I'm just going to draw for my turn. Play a Mox. They're going to cycle Censor now, I assume. Play Grim Monolith. Okay. Now they cycle Censor. Their hand is Inferno Titan, Corpse Dance, and a bunch of other cards. Avalanche Riders? Okay. Now they're going to be able to Corpse Dance Avalanche Riders. All right. Let's vamp. I think I just get Jar. Draw. Play Memory Jar. Hit for 1. I mean, they're going to let this go and then probably Corpse Dance with buyback. But Jar is kind of like a draw 3 or 4, depending. Because what I can do is, here's a nice little play. Play Mox, in response, crack Jar. Then I discard a Jar Mox to it. What is this? Through the Breach. Okay. Mission Rider? Oh, man. They just do not miss, do they? Yeah, all right. Yeah, this has been... I guess, I got pretty lucky to beat the Jeskai player by naturally decking them. This opponent got really lucky with the Corpse Dance draw, and then every draw so far has been a banger here. Yeah, I'm just dead. I can't play anything. All right, on to round 3. All right, disappointing round. This is nice. Another turn 2 Fiend, turn 3 Necro hand. Yeah, game 2 felt like it was in pretty good shape. I mean, it was in really good shape. And then game 3, I never could quite get a foothold there. But both those games, I feel like I was in a pretty good position. And then, as black decks often do, they lose to their opponent's top decks. All right, Mox Jet or Mox Diamond would be incredible here. Let's see. I kind of want to bobble to see... Oh, actually, wait, did he scry at the top? It's not a Surveil land. I put it on the bottom. So I guess I don't need to bobble this instant. but I probably will anyway. It doesn't matter if I draw Vamp because I'm just going to leave up or play a tapped Blood Crypt, so that's not a big issue. All right, well, let's go tapped Blood Crypt, Bauble, and then I'll just wait. It's just usually you don't really want the card in their hand on their turn. There's just no real reason for that. I guess him using Windswept Teeth could be a downside. All right, Swamp. Draw. Well, Pentad Prism's nice too, but it's just Mesmeric Fiend here to try to clear the path for Necropotencia. Thief of Sanity, Geist of St. Traft. Okay. I'll take the Geist. You have no black sources in play currently. Why did I think that was going to happen? I don't know. I got the feeling. Okay. Let's just play Necro. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5. All right. Pass the turn. I discard Sulphurous Springs, Swamp, and probably at this point Memory Jar. Hope Sam doesn't hit my tendrils. Oh wait, no, tendrils in hand. Nice. In that case, there's not that much I care about Sam hitting here. I'm going to Chupacabra the Thief next turn. Okay, discard Incinerate and Swamp, and is casting Brainstorm? That's their next draw? Okay. And Inquisition, that doesn't really matter. All my good cards are 4. You could take Vamp, I guess. That's probably the best card to take. Then I'm going to go Swamp, Chupacabra. No real point in playing Prism, I don't think. I was hoping to draw like a Mox off the Necro just because it's nice to be able to play more stuff, but I think this will be good. All right, Vamp got exiled, unsurprisingly. Is going to scry to the bottom after brainstorming. That also wasn't in hand, right? Yeah. Land, Chupacabra. Kill the Thief. Attack for 1. And Necro for 5. Let's see. Then I'll have to discard 2 cards. I'll Necro for 6, and I'll discard 3 cards. I think that's going to be better. Okay. I definitely want Mountain out of here. I think I can discard Metamorph. Maybe, actually I could discard Swamp, and I could just keep Lake of the Dead. The City of Traders might be nice. I don't think I want to discard Damnation. No, let's just discard City of Traders. We'll hit a land next turn. I mean, at this point, I can also just cast a kind of nice Tendrils. Okay. Gideon Jura. Sure. So, next turn, I have 8 mana if I use Lake of the Dead. How good is that? It's not amazing. I mean, 8 mana. I can Tendrils for a bunch. I guess I probably should Tendrils. All right, let's go Lake of the Dead. Sack a Swamp. Add more mana. Pentad Prism for 2. And then I could Gaunty or I could Metamorph. I think I'll play Chromatic Sphere. Add a black. Oh, nice. 4, 7 mana. So I could Retrofit her. And then Tendrils for 8. And then try to set up Yogwill next turn. And then I have to attack Gideon. But now I can use Retrofitter to make another blocker. So now I think I have 12 cards left. Let's see, Necro. I think I want to Necro down to 7. That way Gideon isn't lethal. Okay, I didn't find the Yogwill. Discard Blackcleave Cliffs. I guess I discard Mox Diamond at this point. Damnation. And Rain of Filth is still probably decent. It's like, I mean, I discard Rain of Filth, Grim Monolith. I don't think I want to discard Hero's Downfall, though. One more mana would be nice. Let's just discard the Rain of Filth. I think that's probably fine. Okay, pass the turn. I'll probably retrofit her to try to block the Gideon, is my assumption here. Okay, command can't really get too much back. All right. He's got Geist of St. Traft in hand. Okay, Yoggle's my bottom 6 cards, but okay, didn't have instant speed removal, so now I get a chance to find it. Land. So I kind of want to cast Hero's Downfall on Gideon, but I can also Gaunty. So I guess let's just start by Gauntying. Seeing what I hit. Cast out Mox Ruby Duress. Like, is Mox Ruby good for me here? Duress doesn't seem like it's too important. I think I'll just take the Mox Ruby. Then I can just play this. Hero's Downfall Gideon. And then I think I Necro for 6 here, down to 1. I have no way to force me to draw a card, right? All right. And at that point, I guess I'll play the Mox, because now I can activate Retrofitter as well. Okay, discard, discard. All right. I've got a Tendrils in my graveyard. I got Yogwill. Let's see if Sam's got a way to do something here. The Geist is not going to cut it. All right. Land and Pack Rat? All right. Well, let's make a 1/1 just in case. Don't think I need that one so much. Let's draw. Or not draw, as it turns out. Land. Add black. Oh, I guess I can't play red Metamorph anymore, huh? That's really funny. Red, Pyretic Ritual. I have 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 mana. Let's cast. I have Rain of Filth. No, Rain of Filth is not in my graveyard. I'm trying to see if I can go K command. Oh, I guess I don't even need to Mesmeric Fiend. I can just K command. That's easy then. Target player discards a card, deals 2 damage to any target. All right. You. Get your last card here. Yeah, this is working out nicely. And then a Yogwill and Tendrils. And I don't even have to do anything else. I can just cast Tendrils for a lot. All right. That is kind of how it's supposed to work, or at least that's the goal. That was pretty sick. Yeah, Hero's Downfall seems good. Yeah, let's get in there. All right. I think I could mulligan this one. All right, I'll keep this. I'll put, I guess, Metamorph back. And this is going to be, if I draw a Mox, a turn 2 Necro, I have to draw it on this turn, though. Well, no, I guess I can actually draw it next turn. And because I can just vamp for Necro here, and that's going to kind of be my plan. Let's see. Mox. Oh, Retrofitter. All right. No harm in playing Retrofitter first here, and then turn 2 I can kind of decide what I want to do. Oh, no, is this a turn 2 Geist? Turn 2 Geist is going to be a beating. That is true. Turn 2 Geist on the play is a beating kind of anytime. It doesn't have to do too much with what deck I'm playing. Unless he doesn't have it. If he's got something else, I guess I don't mind. Oh, True Name Nemesis. That's not much better, honestly. Okay, well, I do have Vamp for Damnation. That's definitely something that could happen here. I'm not going to Vamp for Necro when facing down an unblockable 3-1. I don't think. It doesn't sound like a very good plan, but let's see. Another swamp. All right, pass the turn. Probably just take it and then make a retrofitter token. Oh yeah. We're vamping for Wrath here. That is what we're doing. K command, huh? Oh, I guess I actually could have attacked here. I'll block here. I mean, seems like a pretty good step. Let's go. I could vamp for Wrath here. I could also just play Gaunty. Kind of just want to play Gaunty. Mox Jet still a pretty good draw. Mox Diamond, not so much anymore. Basically, I figure like I can upkeep Vamp if I need to. Take Pack Rat here. And I would like Sam to commit a little bit more. Looks like he's not. All right, there's Mox. Hit. Play the Mox. Discard Swamp. Stop on your upkeep. Discard a card. Destroy target artifact. You discard a card. Blow up your Mox. Okay, didn't counter it. I kind of feel like I take 4 down to 5, and then I vamp down to 3, and then I Damnation, and that's just going to be my play. Windswept Heath can't get black, so he can't play the Lingering Souls flashback. It's kind of unfortunate, but all right, I guess I kind of have to do this. Draw. Hit with Gaunty, and then die to anything if if you got it. Send with the Gaunterino. I mean, True Name Nemesis on turn 2 plus just a bunch of counters. Well, could just be one counter, honestly. Is a good plan. So does Sam not have anything but planes to get with its Windswept Teeth? Huh. Obviously, it's still fine to play a fetch land, but I'm just kind of curious. He does have Hinterland Harbor, so maybe he has a forest and a plains and is like a green splash or something. I guess we'll see. That Gaunty was kind of a miss, so I took a bunch of extra damage there. But against Lingering Souls, I can also like Chupacabra one. I can Retrofitter. I'm actually close to being able to just make a 1/1 token every turn with Retrofitter. It takes 6 mana, 2 tap, 3 to untap it, 1 tap sack. It's not like the most efficient, but it still does something. All right, and gets a forest, indeed. I'm like kind of doubting Sam has a counter because if you have a counter, you just win here. Oh, Nature's Claim the Retrofitter. Sure, that's fine. Talisman. Oh man, he drew a black source. That's kind of what I was hoping wouldn't happen. At least I'm at 7 now. That's a little bit more. Lake of the Dead. You know what? I'm just going to play Pack Rat, and then I'm going to make another rat token. I'll Chupacabra the spirits at some point here, but or maybe not. I don't know. Depends what he does. The rats do win the race here. I go to 5, but next turn I attack him for quite a bit of damage if it all goes according to plan, which very much may not. Fractured Identity? All right, I'll make a rat. And then Chupacabra your rat. Attack. Go to 3. I mean, I'm probably going to die here. Because Sam has been stuck on lands and just has a bunch of cards in hand that he can just use. Scavenging Ooze. Sideboard Technology. All right. Going to game 3 here. Hopefully don't get turn 2 true named. That's a tough one. Yeah. All right. Let's get in there. All right. I would like to play first. This hand kind of doesn't do that much, but it is a fast memory jar. Let's see. I go land, prism. Could sack all my lands to play. This is close. If I draw a red source and I can play prism into jar with a lot of mana, yeah. All right, I'll keep it. I'll see how this works. Sam didn't have a ton of disruption. He does have a duress. That's pretty annoying. He has Nature's Claim as well. So I'll see how this goes. Could use this. This actually is a hand where Mox Diamond wouldn't be so bad. Though any red source is fine. Good spells are fine. Another swamp. Let's just wait. I don't think I need to play Pentad Prism for one here. No. Turn 2 Geist. Turn 2 Souls. Okay, that's not as scary. Rain of Filth. All right, let's bite the bullet and play the Pentad Prism for 1. Because depending on how things go, I might go like K-Command, kill your Mox or something. Cast out on the Pentad Prism? Okay. It's aggressive. I guess I don't mind. I'm probably going to have to Lake of the Dead out of Memory Jar this turn. It would be nice to draw a land. A Mox Jet would be incredible here. Because if I drew a Mox, then I could go Mox, Lake of the Dead, cast Jar without sacking a swamp. As is, I'm going to have to sack a swamp in addition to the swamp that Lake of the Dead already demands. But we've got a bit of a setup here. All right. Black Cleave Cliffs, huh? That's interesting. I'm just going to go for this. All right, and now my Black Cleave Cliffs comes in untapped. Please don't kill my memory jar. No. Oh. All right, I'm going to crack jar here in response because I have Yogwell in hand. So jar actually just filling my graveyard does some stuff. Obviously, Sam can then play something here, but if I just let Leovold resolve, then the jar doesn't do anything anyway. All right, he didn't play anything. And I drew that. Okay. How much mana do I have? Let's say if I have a land, it's 2. Mox is 3. Lake it goes to 7. I could Rain of Filth. I'm not going to get to 10 spells, right? There's just no way. No. No, I'm pretty far from that. Because I have like Mox, Rain of Filth, Yogwell's 3, Tendrils is 4, Ritual Fear's 5. Let's say if I go max sack everything. Oh, I don't have enough swamps to do the Lake of the Dead trick I was talking about earlier, where I Rain of Filth it, sack it, put it into play. Urborg Lake of the Dead is also a nice combo, but I didn't pick up the Urborg. Okay, so let's say I have 1, 2, 3, 7. Rain of Filth is only +1 mana, that's 8. Then I'm sacking everything. And then I'll have cast Diamond, Rain of Filth, Yawgmoth's Will. Have 5 mana left. I can do Tendrils Retrofitter. Oh, I can get actually an extra spell off Mox Diamond. I can play Mox Diamond, no discard. Then Yawgwill, then play Mox Diamond again. So let's see. I have 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it's just not enough. So I think I want a Damnation. I mean, I could Damnation and then Tendrils. Then I'd have nothing. All right. Yeah, I guess I'm not Tendrilsing here. Yogwill. Land. 4 mana left. I guess I could actually play Blackleaf Cliffs. That's probably better. And then I can Damnation. That's so weak. And if I Rain of Filth, I have to sack both lands to get the Retrofitter into play. I think is Gonti target player? Target. It's just Damnation. And then pass. Actually, I should have not played Blackleaf Cliffs. I should have just played Swamp. What is this? Brainstorm Meow. Feel like I'm pretty screwed here. Leovold got me pretty good. I just wasn't. Basically, what I was hoping to do was have like jar into that Tendrils, cast a mini Tendrils, then Yoggle and cast another one, but we just weren't in a position to do that. Chupacabra, let's go K command. Turn target creature in your hand, target player discards a card. Get back onto you, discard a card. Pass the turn. Oh, didn't play the Talisman. Interesting. Scavenging Ooze. Okay. Well, honestly, not in incredibly bad shape here. Oh, Maelstrom Pulse that. That's pretty annoying. All right, I guess I'll take the Scavenging Ooze. Hand is Chain Lightning, and that's it. All right. Yeah, if I kept a Swamp, I could have sacked a Swamp to play one of these things, which I don't think would have been great, but I guess would have been better. All right. Chromatic Sphere. Okay, land. Pass the turn. I mean, I could Duretti. I could Chupacabra here. I'm getting Duressed. No, Duress was gone, I think. Yeah. Animate Dead on Leonardo. Okay. Leovoldo even? All right, let's Gonti here. Oh yeah, I guess actually against Leovold I wanted to Chupacabra at first. Oh, Ashiok's actually really good. Okay, so let's go Chupacabra. I think I destroy Spirit. Because I'm going to try to deck Sam, so letting him draw off the Spirit's not too bad. His Fracture Identity's gone. He has Chain Lightning. Yeah, he's just going to go after me, which is my fear. Geist, and now I'm at 4. Do it Incinerate? Does that do anything for me? All right. All right, well, we didn't get there. This deck was fun. I don't know. I don't think Necro's that good. If I'd gotten the Cabal Ritual back instead of Pyretic Ritual, maybe we'd be talking. But I feel like I was a ritual short. If I had a Dark Ritual, this deck actually could have been really good. But it was a pretty sweet one. And it's one of the things I really like in the Retro Cube, getting to explore new things. There's no deck like this would even be plausible in the current Vintage Cube. So maybe with slightly better draws and or plays, could have gotten another win. I think we, got a little unlucky round 2. But round 3, Sam had a really good deck and had turn 2 Mox, 3-drop a bunch of times, and that was pretty tough. Geist and Leovold and Thief of Sanity are all very good threats. So ran into that, and you know what? That'll do it for today. I hope you enjoyed this. I had a great time. Lake of the Dead, Necro, this is some good stuff. And maybe next time we'll get a few more wins, but it's a process. All right. You know what? I'll be back tomorrow with another draft. I'll see you then. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. It helps out the channel and you won't miss a single draft.